I'm on page 51 of the textbook, and we are still looking at two of my favorite characters in literature, Cheechak and Canchel. So page 51, it says to read the passage, then answer questions 1 through 3. And I am going to annotate as I read. This one is called The Race. Canchel and Cheechak sit underneath a coffee tree and argue all day. The monkey that lives in the coffee tree thinks, "These friends chatter like each one has 10 tongues." Okay, there's a comparison. And there's the word like. Finally, the monkey leans down from the tree to make a suggestion. "Why don't you challenge each other to a race? You can run from Canchel's house to the enormous mango tree and back. The winner gets to ask the loser to do one thing." Although Cheechak knows that Canchel can run faster, she has a plan. She accepts the monkey's challenge, but she asks 2 other geckos to help her. When the race begins, Canchel immediately takes the lead. He looks back and sees Cheechak running as slowly as honey. Canchel grows so confident that he stops to take a selfie with a tourist. But when Canchel starts running again, he sees Cheechak far ahead of him. Canchel's eyes grow as large as ping-pong balls. His heart is a ball of fire in his chest. Cheechak runs around the mango tree and passes him. When Canchel reaches his house, his tongue is hanging out. Cheechak lounges against Canchel's house. "I won," Cheechak says with a sly grin. "By the way, your tongue looks as long as a snake." Cheechak's 2 friends, who have run the race for her, are hiding around the corner. They try hard not to laugh. Canchel collapses on the ground. "What do you want me to do for you?" "If everyone finds out how fast we geckos can run, then all the animals will want to race us. So you mustn't tell anyone that I won. Just let some of my gecko friends and me live in your house and catch insects." And that's why geckos live peacefully as welcomed guests inside Indonesian houses. Okay, with these highlighted things, I'm going to go ahead and circle my likes and as. There's as, and there's as. Is a ball of fire in his chest. That is a metaphor. There is no like or as. Go ahead and mark this one as a simile. Slow as honey is a simile. And like each one has 10 tongues. Sorry. Okay. So let's answer some questions. Which of the following sentences contains a simile? Canchel and Cheechak sit underneath a coffee tree and argue all day. He looks back and sees Cheechak running as slowly as honey. There's a comparison. And there is the word as. Canchel grows so confident that he stops to take a selfie with a tourist. That one has no comparison. His heart is a ball of fire in his chest. That one has a comparison, but this is a metaphor. So the sentence with the simile is going to be B. Which of the following sentences contains a metaphor? Although Cheechak knows that Canchel can run faster, she has a plan. No comparison in that one. Canchel's eyes grow as large as ping pong balls. That one is a comparison, and it has the word as. His heart is a ball of fire in his chest. That one is a comparison with no like or as, so this is a metaphor. They try hard not to laugh. That is not comparing. So this is the simile and this is the metaphor, and the question asks us to mark the metaphor. So I'm going to go with C. There's not literally a ball of fire in his chest. That would be the literal meaning. This is the metaphor for that story. Oh, I'm sorry, for that comparison. All right, read the sentence. By the way, your tongue looks as long as a snake. So there's the comparison using as. That's a simile. Why does the writer use this particular simile? The writer wants to show that snakes live in Indonesia. The writer wants to emphasize the length of Canchel's tongue to show how exhausted he is. The writer wants to point out how unkind Cheechak can be. The writer wants to make readers think that Canchel accidentally swallowed a snake. The writer is comparing Canchel's tongue to the snake because he's trying to show us how exhausted, how tired Canchel is after running this race. And here is a clue. Canchel collapses on the ground. Canchel is very tired. Okay. And a synonym for very tired is exhausted. Very tired. Okay, I believe that is all for chapter 15. I wish it weren't. I enjoy those stories. But I am going to stop this video and we'll pick up with lesson 16 in our next video.